Welcome back everyone. You may be experiencing some issues with your PlayStation 5, specifically with the HDMI port, just not outputting anything to your TV. Now, this is the way I'll put it. Typically, it's a very easy fix. Sometimes you just have to disconnect your HDMI port from your PlayStation 5 itself, disconnect your HDMI port from your TV, and then reconnect both the console and the TV together with that HDMI port. And typically this should end up fixing the problem. If you see a black screen, if you see something that says like, oh, no input was found or whatever the case is, then sometimes you may have to double check that the PlayStation 5 is even on. Because if the PlayStation 5 isn't on, it's not going to output anything to the TV. So keep that in mind. I would recommend actually, checking that and making sure everything works. Now, if for some reason that isn't working or there's some issues here too, what I would recommend doing is taking out that HDMI port and taking it out from the TV and looking within those specific ports. You want to make sure there's no dust or debris or anything like that stuck in those specific HDMI ports. If there's a lot of residue buildup, if there's a lot of stuff like that, then you're going to experience a lot of issues regardless of whether your phone is working or not, whether your console is working or not, or on or off. It's not going to matter because the HDMI port isn't going to, reconnect to your PS5 or your TV because there's a lot of stuff in there. So I'd recommend getting a toothpick or something like that and cleaning out that specific port. Typically at this point, once that's all done, you should be good to go. And what I would recommend doing is actually going through and taking out the HDMI port and actually plugging in a different port. Whether you have a TV that supports different ports within it, or if you have another HDMI cord, what I would recommend doing here is actually taking that other HDMI cord and seeing if it functions with the PlayStation 5. Meaning, take out that original HDMI cord, take your new one, plug in the one end of the PlayStation 5, plug in the other end to your TV, and this should end up fixing the problem. You want to make sure the connection is secure. You don't want to make sure it's a loose connection. There's a lot of, things in between them and it's barely plugging in. You want to make sure it's fully plugged in, and you want to make sure the other end is fully plugged in as well. And typically at this point, you should be good to go. I would recommend you either rebooting the TV, rebooting the console, and seeing if it works. If this still doesn't work, I would recommend checking your PlayStation 5 and checking your TV, making sure that they are functioning properly. And if you can verify for sure that the ports work, I would recommend trying to plug in your PlayStation 5 to a different monitor or a different TV, or plugging in different things to that HDMI port to the TV. So if you have another video game console and the one console works with the TV but the other console doesn't, the PlayStation 5 doesn't, then you may have a specific problem with your PlayStation 5, and you may have to send it to Sony to get it repaired, or you may have to, start troubleshooting yourself a little bit further. But this is typically the easiest ways to fix it without having to take apart your PlayStation 5 or anything like that. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section as well. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys get hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly, everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.